Today you are going to be starting the regional planning project. To get to the materials for this, go into the Unit 7 folder within our Global Politics class site on Schoology. If you scroll down, I have a folder here, Regional Planning Project. And within this folder, you have everything that you need. First, you have the groups. So once you're done watching this video, you can look at the groups and see who you are with and which area you are going to be focusing on. But what you should do is you should open up this Regional Planning Project PDF. This has the overview of what you're going to be doing. You'll be working on this in class until it is due on May 6th. We will present these on the 7th and 8th. And there's a couple of different things that you'll be doing with this. So what we will be doing is we're going to divide up the United States into these different regions. But beyond this, there's another region that's not listed that will identify as the Pacific states, which will be Alaska and Hawaii. So even though they're not on this map, there is a group that is assigned Alaska and Hawaii. So for your end project, you're going to be creating an economic presentation of your region. Within this presentation should be a 1 to 2 minute commercial that is meant to sell your region as a possible location for investors. So there's 3 different tasks that you're going to be asked to complete. So if you look at the grading rubric here, these are the 3 different tasks and how many points will be given to each. One of the biggest factors is the research. For the research, you need to create a Google Doc amongst your group and make sure it's shared with everybody, including me. So make sure this should be one of the first things that you do when you get into your groups is create a Google Doc. You can title it your specific region. So if you have the Midwest, for example, if you have the Midwest here, just title it Midwest Research, share it with all your partners, and share it with me. But these are the questions that you need to focus your research on. Also, if you go into Schoology, I have resources right here that you can use. These are some really reliable resources that should give you most of the information that you need. Some of it you can go beyond just that, but that's at least a starting point. Also, these questions are the mandated questions. However, I would tell you to try and go beyond just answering these questions. This should be the bare minimum here. So that is the research, and yes, you do need to have a works cited with this. So the research that you collect, you need to create a list of the resources that you are using. So it should go well beyond just these 4 things that I have there. The presentation will be a very brief overview of the items that you researched. I don't want you to go into every specific detail. I really want this presentation to only be about 2, at max 5 minutes long. So you do need to create a Google Slides with this. For your Google Slides, really focus on more images and very short bullet points. I definitely don't want you just taking all of the things that you research, copy and pasting them into slides, and then just saying that to the class, because that will be extremely boring. So make sure you're keeping it short and sweet. And then the commercial is also worth 30 points. So I apologize. The presentation is only worth 20, so it's still worth a decent amount of points, but it's the least amongst these 3 items. The commercial is also 30 points, just like the research. For the commercial, I'm looking for something that's between 1 to 2 minutes long, very short and sweet. Highlight some of the most attractive aspects of your region. You should display video editing that makes the video feel like a commercial you would actually see on TV. So I think that with the tools you have at your disposal, you all are definitely capable of creating something that looks nice, but it will take some time. So make sure that if you're filming outside of class, that's fine, but you can use in-class time to edit your film as well. And then the commercial that I think is maybe a good template, and you can do something other than this, but I think it's a good template, is the Pure Michigan commercials. You've probably heard them on the radio. again, within this folder, I have an example that is like a true Pure Michigan commercial, and then one from a guy that does spoofs of the Pure Michigan commercials where it's kind of sarcastic. And this one that I posted as an example is from he's talking about Flint, Michigan. So once you get into your groups, one of the things that you'll be asked to do is watch both of these, because I think they can give you some pretty good ideas of maybe how you could format your video. For your videos, you don't need to make an appearance in the video. So if you're just doing a voiceover, that is completely fine. So if you're showing like different scenes of and pictures and stuff like that within your video, and you're just doing a voiceover on top of that, that is completely fine. I'm also open to the idea of the commercial being focused on like the opposite of selling your region. So just like the Pure Michigan spoof that I put on Schoology, if you're kind of making this, if you're looking to make this more of a humorous video, that might be a route that you go. That could make some interesting videos. So when you present, you'll have a presentation that's about 2 minutes long. At the end of it, you'll have your commercial, or you can do it the other way around. If you want to show your commercial first and then have your presentation, you can do that as well. I am offering bonus points to the best sales pitch, so that will be something that I'll take some of your class votes on, and I will also determine that as well. So you will have, like I said, this is due on May 6th, and then we will present on the 7th and 8th. So it's due at the end of the day on the 6th. We'll present on the 7th and the 8th. A couple of other things to draw your attention to: if you have not finished the 3 web searches, so going back into our Unit 7 folder, if you have not finished these 3 things, you need to have those done no later than today. I am shutting those down at the end of the day. If you don't have those turned in, those will be a 0. So make sure you have those turned in. That way you receive those points.